It's week 2 of the 2023 season, and we've got the Condors' creative quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Condors and the Diablos, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Sacramento Condors and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taking in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
You almost feel privileged, partner, every time you get to see him run out in the field to start a game, because every game, every snap, you and I both know he has potential to do something special, and that inspires his teammates as well. They know how incredible he is. They want to give max effort as well.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They're going to look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here. And right away, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it? A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Young on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They got 29 yards that time.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Diablos are on the board first here this afternoon. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Young on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd quarter, Mexico City in possession. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Diablos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A first down throw for Young. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On second down now. It's Craig, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to use his legs here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Young. And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Diablos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On second down, it's Craig. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Young to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down at 5. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Khalil Herbert, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for our home team, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, it's Gore. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd and short yardage, Young. And that is incomplete. On now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football. And the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. The drive will start with an option going left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. From the pistol, it's Gore. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. And his throw is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing. Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Craig. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9. Young. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Young on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was more advanced on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Fourth down, Young. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Young. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
No problem there on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now a dump off here complete, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll try it up the gut with Gore. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Young now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. Giving the football to Davis on an out route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground game here. Gore. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6, Young. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Gore. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd down now, it's Craig. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Condors have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, The guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Looking to throw, Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw, but incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Foul. Baseman. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had, begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.